What up, Screen Fiends? I'm GB, and you're tuned in to Screen Headz TV, where we like to discuss all the wonderful things appearing on your movie and your TV screens. In this episode, I'm going to give my predictions for the next episode of Preacher. That's going to be Season 2, Episode 9, titled Puzzle Piece. Alright, so in my review for episode 8, I said that there was only 2 episodes left. I thought this season was 10 episodes like season 1. Pretty sure season 1 was 10 episodes. I could be wrong about that though. But I thought this was a 10 episode show for some reason. But somebody pointed it out to me in the comments that I was wrong. It's actually a 13 episode season. So if I'm going to be wrong about anything, thank God that I'm wrong about a show that I love, that I think is produced very well, being longer than I thought, right? So that's a good thing. Alright. That being said, let's get into the predictions. I didn't see any sneak peeks this week, so the only thing I'm going off of the trailer and the synopsis and, you know, just the habits of the show, whatever. And, of course, the little bit I know of the source material. But I'm pretty good about not divulging spoilers from the books. All right. Synopsis. Jesse gets a much-needed breakthrough in his search for God. Tulip continues to spiral, and Cassidy makes a life-altering decision for Dennis. Okay, let's start with the Cassidy one. Let's just get that out of the way first. I believe that Cassidy... I'm torn between whether or not he's going to bite Dennis. And I'm ultimately going to say he's not biting him. That's the life-altering decision. He's going to end Dennis's life. I think he's going to kill Dennis and not change him into a vampire like Dennis wants. I believe that Cassidy knows what it is to be a vampire, obviously, and he believes that it's not all it's cracked up to be. So, I don't think he's going to turn Dennis, even though that's how they made it look at the end of episode 8. I think he's going to actually kill him, which is tragic. I mean, look, if he turns him, that's interesting to see how that'll play out. But if he kills him, that's like dramatic right there, you know? That's his son, and Cassidy cares about him. You can tell. So that's where I think they're going with that. And then we'll probably deal with Cassidy's emotions either way from, you know, his decision. Maybe he is going to turn Dennis, and that's what we'll be dealing with Cassidy for the episode. Who knows? All right. Now, we saw also that the lady that works for the Grail, that's staying in the apartment, that befriended Tulip last episode, she was spying on their room. She had a camera looking at Dennis's apartment. So we see Jesse having words with a cop or a paramedic or something, and he uses the word of God on the cop. And they obviously get that on tape. She shows it to Air Star. They send a SWAT team, basically, of the dudes all dressed in white, the Grail. I'll do a video as soon as I can about the Grail, just kind of giving you guys a little more insight if if you're missing things about them. Or, just wanted a little bit more insight, whatever. So we'll have that. They'll go to the apartment. I believe that Tulip and Cassidy and Jesse are going to go nuts, and they're going to, kill everybody. And at first, I think Airstar is going to want them dead. But then you hear his voiceover in the trailer say something about it's the final piece of the puzzle or another piece to the puzzle. And I think he's going to kind of think or put it together, suspect, whatever, that Jesse's power, the word of God, is actually something that they need for their cause, which I'll explain, like I said, in another video. So, that's where I think that's Jesse makes a breakthrough in his search for God. They'll probably leave one of them alive, interrogate him, and then when you see Airstar say, I kill them all, I have a date. I don't know who he's saying kill them all to. I don't think I don't think he means Jesse and them, but maybe he does. Or maybe he just means Tulip, Dennis, and Cassidy. I don't really know. But I think Airstar and Jesse will have a meeting, and Airstar is maybe going to lie to Jesse or something, or make him know, or make him think that he knows where God is, or the existence of God, or whatever. So as far as Jesse's much-needed breakthrough, I think will come from Airstar, and her star, however you say it. And then Tulip continues to spiral. In the beginning of the episode, we'll probably see her doing more crazy stuff, getting shot with vests. Maybe she'll take the other chick with her, whatever. I don't know. But we'll see her doing probably some more risky, shit that she's been doing. But I think part of that continue to spiral will be her killing some of them SWAT dudes. Really opening up on a lot of them. I think that's what we're going to get as far as that goes as well. Now, I also think we're going to get some Eugene action. I think we're going to find out what that hole exactly is. We won't get much Eugene. We never really get a lot of Eugene. But I think we're going to find a little bit more about what that hole is. And the lady says that there's worse places she could send him and all this other stuff. So I think and that weird dream vision thing he had in the last one. So I think we're going to deal with all of that in this episode. And then seeing as how we have a couple more, then we probably won't see Eugene again for a couple more episodes, That's how they seem to be doing it this year. I definitely thought we were going to get some Jesse backstory stuff because there's a lot of interesting stuff. They alluded to us getting to some of that. If you know Jesse's backstory and history, then you caught all of the allusions to it and the Easter eggs to Jesse's backstory this season. But I thought we were going to get flashbacks about that or whatever, but not yet, or maybe not at all. Maybe they're saving that for season 3. Or just maybe it's going to be the end of the season, But it seems like the only flashbacks we got this season was the him and Tulip stuff, which was good stuff. I enjoyed that. I know a lot of people didn't, but I enjoyed it. So I think that's pretty much all I got for this one. I think it's going to be action. Maybe not like wall to wall, tons of action. But I think there's going to be a good amount of action in this episode. I'm so happy to hear that I was wrong and we still got like 4 more episodes left. Because that leaves up room for maybe 1 or 2 more slower episodes in the middle of some fast-paced stuff. But I definitely still think that the season finale is going out with a bang. All right, so look out on the channel for... I'm going to try and do a really good Her Star Explained video like I did for Saint of Killers. If you haven't checked out the Saint of Killers ones, definitely check those out. But I'm going to do one for Air Star, maybe even 2, depending on how long they go. And I also am going to do one for the Grail. The one for the Grail I'm going to try and get out before the next episode because I think the Grail is going to play heavily into the next episode and possibly the rest of the season. So definitely look out for those. And I got tons of other shows I do and, other stuff on the channel. So if you haven't checked out the entirety of the channel, please do. Also, drop it in the comments. What are your predictions for this next episode? What do you think about my predictions or the trailer? Or what do you think about anything Preacher related? Let's just try not to spoil anything for those who haven't read the source material. And yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Always appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.